organizing our work. I was especially proud of the mysterious touches I'd added to the mantel. A stack of vintage crime novels with ornate covers, small decorative skulls, 2 portraits that would hopefully have guests feeling like they were being watched, and an assortment of poison bottles and apothecary jars. The sideboard buffet cabinet was similarly adorned with onyx and maroon wine goblets, wine bottles, and a creepy assortment of plastic spiders and bugs. Not bad for a barista and a bookseller. Okay, well, technically I was responsible for much more than just selling books at the secret bookcase. Working at the Agatha Christie-inspired shop was pretty much a dream, and Hal Christie, my boss and the owner, had given me complete autonomy when it came to creating events and activities to draw new readers into the store. Tonight was a special occasion, and I was happy to be able to use my event planning skills to help Pri and Penny. Plus, it was fun to play up on the Wentworth family history, which was the stuff of legend around Redwood Grove. The rambling farmhouse, orchard, and vineyard had sat empty since the early 1970s. Local residents believed that the Wentworths, one of the original families to settle in Redwood Grove, and anything associated with them, were cursed ever since the estate burned down in a mysterious fire in the late 1800s. Their rumored fortune, including rare precious gems and gold, and the entire family, had vanished after the fire. The estate had been rebuilt and now served as a historical museum, but the farmhouse had been in deep disrepair for decades. One of the Wentworth cousins supposedly was the last known resident, but they too vanished, leaving behind debts and leaving the property in probate and legal disputes for years. When Penny started renovations, she anticipated tearing out the dated shag carpets and wood paneling, updating the mustard yellow appliances, and getting the electrical and plumbing up to code, but she had greatly underestimated the amount of work the rest of the property required. The orchard, vineyard, barn, and farming equipment needed serious upgrading, which required cash. A lot of cash. She ran through her savings in record time. The good news was that the farmhouse renovations were nearly complete. The bad news was that she was out of funds to continue to improve and modernize the grounds. That's where Pri and I came in. One soggy October afternoon, I wandered to Cryptic for a London fog latte to find Pri and Penny poring over loan documents. Things were bleak. So bleak that Penny admitted that if she couldn't raise some capital soon, she might have to sell off and sacrifice the acreage to salvage the house. She had already taken out a second mortgage. Her goal had been to return the farm to its original glory and make it fully functional and profitable again, but that was looking less and less likely, until Pri looped me into the conversation. "Annie, we have to do something. Work your mystery magic." Pri wriggled her fingers at me like she was hoping I could summon a spell. "You've successfully hosted a mystery fest and a film premiere. We need a fundraiser for the farm. I told Penny we'll donate a portion of coffee sales, but that won't cut it." She sliced a loaf of chocolate chip pumpkin bread with a serrated bread knife. My cheeks warmed with her praise. I'd surprised myself with how much I enjoyed constructing bookish events for the store. I guess it was a bit like unraveling a mystery. Building the framework, composing a picture and vision, and then weaving the details together with a shimmery thread. Watching her cut through the spicy, sweet bread gave me an idea. What if we host a mystery dinner at the farm? You could do coffee, drinks, and pastries. We could see if Liam or one of the other restaurants in town would cater it. Then we could hire actors from the community theater to be part of the dinner. I'm imagining a full banquet. One long, shared table, cocktails, appetizers, dinner, dessert. A morose yet cheesy atmosphere. Think of the movie Clue. I could write a short mystery. The actors would be seated with the other guests, who would be none the wiser that a murder is about to occur. At some point during the first or second course, one of them would die, fictionally speaking, of course, and then the guests would have the rest of the night to figure out who done it. Pri stabbed the knife into the bread and applauded, turning to Penny. "I told you she was brilliant! That's genius, Annie. Absolute genius! And it's the perfect time of year for a murderous dinner. We could host it the weekend before Halloween, hopefully on a dark and stormy night. This is definitely giving me all of the Clue vibes. I love it, and I love you!" She blew kisses at me from across the espresso bar. Penny's smile was more subdued. She complimented Pri beautifully. She tended to wear neutral...